My name's Don, and I belong to Kurwongbah Waterski Club, which is one of the top, I say, one of the top skiing clubs in Australia, if not the world. How we started was I had a friend who had a boat, and there was about another 5 or 6 of us, and we used to go out after work on Saturday afternoon and ski. And there was a big ranger that belonged to Pine Shire, and he'd come and throw us off. This used to happen every Saturday afternoon for, I can't remember how long, but I'd say probably a year. And he lost his life under circumstances, and we went to the Pine Shire Council, and we got permission. In those days, the Pine Shire Council only had 3 members, and reiterating a bit further ahead, twice we nearly got thrown off the dam for no particular reason, and it was always a 2-1 vote. And the Pine Shire mayor was then Bray, and his son was a rower who was an Australian champion, and he always cast the vote in our favour. So we started and stopped on the dam that way. A gentleman called Noel Downs was one of the biggest instigators of the dam, and we broke the dam up into what we call circuits, A, B, C and D. And every boat was allocated a circuit, and woe betide if you skied out of that circuit, which I couldn't understand why or what, but that was the way it was. Me as a rebel, after everybody went home, we used to ski around the dam. I'd have a barefoot, my wife Elba drove for me, and that's sort of how we really started skiing around the dam. My pride and joys was hang gliding. I was lucky enough to be the first hang glider in Queensland, and there is photos of the first time we ever did it. And in those days, we had big ski shows out the dam, and I had the honour of flying the first hang glider. It was just like the old 1900 aircrafts. That's in comparison to what the new ones are now. Lake Kurwongbah, as I said before, we were mainly a tournament-oriented place. We used to run what we call the country championships, the metropolitan championships, and the Queensland championships. And they were hotly contested. And in those days, everybody got 5 jumps. And it just went on and on and on. In those days, you could ski up above your class, your age group with that, as long as you had the rating. So it used to take 2 days to do a complete competition. It was very big. We'd have anything like 40, 50 people there, and they all did the 3 events, and they all had the, as I said, the more jumps than what there is done now. The nationals were very big. I can remember we were down to just I'd say nearly a puddle hole, and in the old days over on where the slalom course is, we used to have a complete toilet block and showers, and also a judge's stand. The judge's stand was 2-story high, and the judge would sit there, but the drought come, and we had little water in the dam, so the judges actually, we set a judges tower up on the back of a semi-trailer, so they'd be a bit closer to the course. Kurwongbah always was a social club as well, and we used to always put on a big do, and that helped pay for the next 6 years till the next nationals come.
What's some of your top 2 memories out of the lake?
The best day out in the lake is every day we're out there. I honestly can't pick out a better date. The only thing I did really like was our hang gliding titles out there. They were pretty spectacular, but it'd be hard to pick out any one day because every time we did lane racing, it was such a special day.
How many skis do you think you've had on Lake Kurwongbah?
1,000,000 plus.
Yeah.
We used to go out at least 3 times a week, and we'd have anything like 7 skis a day every time we go out, maybe more.
Donny, there's a rumour that you're the first person to ever water ski. Is that true?
No, definitely not. I was one of the first, but certainly wasn't the first one to water ski. Some Richies, including my old dentist, Peter Lowry, he was one of the first ones, and I think Walt Bishop from Wallace Bishop's the Jewelers, they all had money and had boats, but I used to ski at those times, but no, I wasn't the first water skier. I'd say I was the first barefooter on Lake Kurwongbah because we tried, and I heard that the mate up at Maroochydore could barefoot, so I went up one day through the week and said, teach me, and he showed me how, and it was so easy. I got off first time, but never said anything to him down there. One day I just went out and barefooted in front of them. Oh, you so-and-so Carrington?
So I heard Elva's actually a better coach than you. Is that true? She actually coached Jeff to his world status. Is that true?
I'll say yes. I was a competitor and a driver. I didn't go for coaching much. Yes, I can impart my knowledge to people, but I wasn't much interested in coaching in those old days. But yeah, she was a good coach, and she was Queensland team captain and coach. So yeah, she knew a bit about it.